2 more questions. Okay, sir.
Congratulations, a wonderful panel, and I want to acknowledge Adam's assessment of the nature of New York City. As an artist myself, there seems to be a class warfare between the artists and the non-artists. When I moved into the West Side in the 70s, in 1971, there were people who came in there who were the creatives, as you put it, and made the neighborhood what it was from a depressed area, but then they got priced out. And that happens, discussion talked about that. So I commend you on realizing that. I think that the artists of the city, the part of the DNA that makes it what it is, don't get no respect. And there should be a policy change to attract and realize the importance of the creatives in making the city what it is. That's the first point. Second point, you didn't mention...
Do we have a question?
Yes, what's happening with, let's say for instance, what's happening with the Ratner promise to build affordable housing around the Barclays Center?
What's happening is we're building the tallest high-rise modular building in the world on the south side of the arena. It's 350 units, 175 of which are affordable. That's the first building. And in New York, we build a building at a time, and the intention is to build the second building, and then the building after that, and to fully live up to our commitment.
She keeps her word.
Also, you didn't mention...
I think, so I just want to give someone else a
But you didn't
chance.
mention the new tech building. I'm also City Tech, and the new building on Tillery and J Street that's going up in the next couple of years, technical building.
Thanks. So one last question.
Thank you.
Anyone? Back there, ma'am.
Excuse me. Hi, I work at Transportation Alternatives here in the city. So you've started to touch on transportation infrastructure just a bit, but especially as we, start to think about developing out, say, Long Island City, Williamsburg, and for example, so I live kind of near Dumbo. If I wanted to leave Transportation Alternatives and start working in Long Island City or something, but not move from my neighborhood, there's not really the transportation infrastructure in place to be able to accommodate that sort of flexibility. Not that I plan on leaving, but just as an example. So what sorts of transportation infrastructure investments would you like to see to allow people to be able to change their commuting pattern so it's not just about going into Manhattan in the way that it is right now?
I'll give an easy solution for that. First of all, we're considering to do a very big deal in the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and if we do it, we will need transportation solution for that, and we want to do 500,000 square feet, so it's a big space. So both water and bicycles are the 2 lowest hanging fruits. Chicago has now led an unbelievable change in bicycles. Mayor Rahm Emanuel did that, and if you think it could get too cold here, it's definitely colder there, and they're riding throughout the entire year. So the solution is allow more access to the water which exists. We just need to work with it and invest more in bicycles, because that's the way that things are going to move. And before you know it, you're going to start seeing shuttles running all across, because doing new subways is going to take a long time. You're going to see a lot of shuttles running up and down that entire waterfront, and it's all in the making, and all is going to happen very soon.
Anyone else?
No, I mean, I do think, transportation infrastructure is probably, as big a single ingredient as you can have to spur development in our city. And I think it's all subsidized. I think we have to realize that, right? Our subways and buses are massively subsidized. I think
so are our cars.
And so are our cars. But I think the ferry network is something that is finally turning the corner and seeing some degree of sustainability. And I would expect, if you came back in 50 years, that New York, the subway system will probably look pretty much the same, and the ferry network will be far more robust than it is today.
I would also quickly throw out that many people have talked about some kind of light rail line or something that connects up Queens and Brooklyn, and I would even think about Roosevelt Island to Governor's Island through Queens and Brooklyn and really connect up a bunch of stuff that's not connected. Anyway, I think we've used up plenty of time. Thank you. This was an extraordinary panel. Hopefully everyone got as much out of it that I did.